What are you waiting for? Honestly, what are you waiting for? Why does it bother you that somebody's going to have something to say? Because whether you are thriving or on survival, people are always going to have something to say. Are you going to waste your entire life waiting? That is a question. Like, I need you to answer that for me down below. Are you going to continue to waste your entire life waiting for the perfect moment? Do you know how dark the world is? Yet you want to shrink. I see how dark the world is, and I'm like, God, use me. I want to pour into people. I want to let your light shine through me so I can pour into people that I need my women to be self-driven motivators. Nobody needs to tell you to eat well. Nobody needs to tell you to go to the gym and take care of your body. No one needs to tell you or believe in you for you to go after your goals. Baby, if you want to go back to school for the degree, go. You've had so many videos. You've had me as a coach. You've had me as somebody who is pouring into you. You don't need any more videos. Baby, I'm going to post a video next week and you're still going to be sitting there like, oh, I wish I'm running in circles. I'm still banging my head. Come on. Just go and take a chance. Post the video. Try a new restaurant by yourself. Go on a solo date. Go to the movies by yourself. Go for a walk by yourself. Join the gym. Just do it. Stop waiting on other people to motivate you and validate you and make you feel like, oh my goodness, you can't move unless I'm there. The more reliant you are, the more you take your power away. Hello, beautiful people. In today's video, I am going to be giving you some brutally honest tips to boost your confidence and have you standing on business for the remainder of 2025. Listen up, ladies, because we only have a few months left. And I'm sure many of you guys can sit and reflect that you have not been staying on business. Baby, we are halfway into the year and some of y'all are still running in circles. And so maybe you need this kind of empowerment. Maybe you need some of this energy, and maybe you need 7 reminders that are gonna get you up right now. If you are new to my channel, welcome. And for all my people returning, bring it in. Welcome back, y'all. I appreciate you showing up. I love pouring into you, and I'm here to add to the momentum. A lot of you guys have been running in circles. You said you were going to do this by this time. You had all these goals in December 2024 and January 2025. Many of us made vision boards. Did you make a faith board? I made a faith board. You made a vision board and you didn't keep the faith. A lot of you guys made a lot of empty promises to yourself, and now you're sitting in the reality of your sadness. And so we got to change that. We still have today. Okay, we're gonna work on today. I got 7 tips today that are gonna add to you, so let's get into it. Starting off with number 1. If you wanna be that girl and start standing on business, I need you to understand this first part, because I feel like this is why the girls hold themselves back. Listen up. For number 1, confidence isn't built by thinking. It is built by doing. It is built by action. All right. If you don't put in work, if you don't get yourself out of your comfort zone and do something challenging that pushes you, then you will always be in your comfort zone, settling below your confidence. Stop waiting to feel ready. So many of you guys started off the year like, when I lose this weight by summertime, I'll be doing this. When I lose this weight, I'm gonna go travel this summer. Baby, we are in summer. We are midsummer. Did you put the dress on? Have you traveled? Have you been showing up? Did you start the business that you said that you were gonna do? Did you rebrand and start posting for your business like you said you wanted to do? Did you start going to the gym because that is something you said that you wanted to do? You are waiting for your perfect dream body to occur, not realizing that once you get over the fear, what are people gonna think of me when I first start? Once you get over that, that is how you're going to build the confidence. That is how you're going to get closer to those goals. But the reason why you're not close to any of the goals that you had set maybe at the end of last year and this year is because you haven't been taking a chance to make the first step towards all of the goals that you said that you wanted to do. You earn it from your action. So here's what I want you to do. So listen up, ladies. Like, going forward, I want you to do something uncomfortable per day, whether it's going to a gym, getting a membership and going to a gym, speaking up in presentations and putting yourself out there, sharing your ideas. wearing the outfit and posting the content that you always wanted to post. So many of you guys want to be YouTubers and you still haven't taken a chance on yourself. What are you waiting for? Honestly, what are you waiting for? Why does it bother you that somebody's going to have something to say? Because whether you are thriving or on survival, people are always going to have something to say. Are you going to waste your entire life waiting? That is a question. Like, I need you to answer that for me down below. Are you going to continue to waste your entire life waiting for the perfect moment? Because waiting for. It's so important that you become aware of your fears. Why are you afraid? Why are you afraid of the judgment that comes from others? Why does it mean so much to you? I asked my group on our Zoom call recently about this, and one of the girls had made a really good point that growing up, we were taught to perform and act a certain way as children amongst our parents. And they wanted us to be a certain child and show up as this. And if you stepped out of line, you know, just got a spanking or you were corrected. And you also got a lot of judgment from your parents if you wanted to do something else. I know my parents wanted, or my mom at least wanted me to become a doctor. And I went the opposite route. I wanted to become, first, I wanted to become a makeup artist. And I wanted to become a personal trainer. And then I wanted to become a this and a that, opposite from what they wanted of me. So there was always judgment being cast down. And so we do care about our parents, and then we learn to care about the people around us. But eventually you have to sit down and reflect where you currently are and the version of yourself that you're looking to become. Are you allowing your fears and the judgment of others to hold you back from truly creating the life that you always wanted? I was watching, Vanessa. I'm not sure if any of you guys know the creator Vanessa Lau. She teaches about YouTube and Instagram and all this algorithm stuff. And she had made a video about starting over at 30 or something like that. Her recent video, I'll try and link it down below. And she had incorporated a moment where her dad was apologizing for belittling her because she wanted to become a YouTuber. And they had a falling out at some point in her life, because that's not the route that he wanted her to go. She had quit her corporate job and she became a barista while working part-time on her YouTube channel. And at first he didn't support what she was doing. And recently in her new video, he was apologizing for not believing in her or just for belittling her dreams. And so some of you guys don't really realize that we care too much, but we haven't really tried. And you have to really sit with yourself, like, am I holding myself back because the fear of judgment that will be cast, right? And it shouldn't matter to you. As long as you know you want to move in the right direction, it truly shouldn't matter to you when you're going after your goals and you're taking a chance. Like, what are you really going to lose? So I want you to try doing one thing today and maybe per day that is uncomfortable for you and pushes you outside of your comfort zone. Babe, you're not going to die. You'll just prove to yourself that you are capable. And that is what I have been doing since I started my channel. Just trying so many new things out, putting myself out there, challenging myself, pushing through obstacles and fear and doubt. And trust me, you do build your resilience and your confidence along the way. But if you don't try, if you don't put in effort, if you don't just take that first step, you'll never know what's on the other side. If you want to stand on business and get ahead before the end of the year, number 2, clean your damn space. Honey, your queen, your dream woman, the highest version of yourself, I'm sure she's not messy. I'm sure she's not living in chaos and turmoil, in a disaster all around her. A chaotic room is a mirror of a chaotic mind. It is a reflection of your mind. Think about it. If you can't even respect your environment, how are you going to be able to respect your goals? Declutter your bag, declutter your room, declutter your car, declutter your purses, digital files. This right here is going to allow you to walk around with clarity and control. Look around you. Is your environment messy? Do you feel like there's always noise and chaos around you? Do you feel like you cannot breathe and think and plan and do? Do you feel like you haven't been executing your goals because you have just junk all around you, junk in your phone, so many distractions around you? Honestly, clean out your fridge. And we're going to get to a point about that. So many people ask me, how do I stay successful throughout the day? Well, I don't have junk in my house, right? I don't have junk food in my house. There's no way that I could spiral off my plan, right? I don't have it around me. My vices, distractions, I try to eliminate having that around me as much as possible. When I was struggling with constantly going on a certain app, I made sure to remove myself from the app, from the platform for a little bit. I took a little break from Instagram for a few months, like a very long period of time, where I just got out of the habit of constantly opening my phone and clicking on that app. You need to eliminate your distractions. You need to get organized. A lot of you guys are in the chaos, spiraling, going through a rut all the time because you've got so much mess around you. Someone also asked me, like, how do you stay organized? Clean up after yourself. It's just like a chat I had with my man when I was moving in with him. I said, look, I enjoy what I do for work, so it's really important that you clean up after yourself. I don't mind doing a deep clean in our house once a week, but I'm not trying to run behind you all the time, reminding you to put your shoes away or to clean your toilet seat because we have separate toilet seats. You know, be a grown man, a grown adult, a thriving adult that is just picking up after yourself. Your grooming, your maintenance, your self-care, your hygiene, your health. Taking care of yourself in every second, minute, hour, day, week, year. Honestly, it is so attractive when you take care of yourself, or at least put effort into taking care of your environment. Imagine someone just randomly popped up at your house and was like, hey, can I use the washroom? And they came in and they're just like, oh my goodness. Why? Like I'm in another video. Why does your office or your home look like a shit box? And you think you're supposed to be that girl, the queen, outside thriving. Your environment, the mess, the chaos is going to be a mirror of your chaotic mind. Number 3, heavy on this one, keep the promises to yourself moving forward in 2025. Keep one promise to yourself, just one promise to yourself in 2025. Confidence isn't loud, it's quiet self-trust. Let me say that again. Confidence is not loud, it is quiet self-trust. If you constantly find yourself lying to yourself, like, oh, Monday, I'll start again. Or since Monday failed, I'll start on Tuesday. Or I'll just wait till I get back from, or I'll just wait till the kids go back to. Every time you do this, your self-esteem shrinks even lower. So I want you to start with one thing that you can commit to, keeping one promise that you've made to yourself. How do you feel when someone has let you down? They promised you this, especially let's relate it back to my past relationships, right? They promised me a life. They promised me a lasting life together. They promised eventually we'd be married, we'd have children, we'd live here, and we'd be this kind of family. And then when it didn't work out, I was so devastated. How do you think your higher self feels? The queen that you know that you are, how do you think she feels every time you break the promises you made for yourself? Every time you give up on yourself? Every time you push off the goals instead of trying or pushing through when you're tired or exhausted? Because let's be honest, most times you're tired or exhausted because you haven't been nourishing your body, because you're not hydrated, and because you've been staying up scrolling or distracted, so you've been missing sleep. And whether you have children or not, you probably weren't doing, you probably were still not nourishing your body or hydrated. So of course you're not going to have any energy to show up for your goals. It's so important to just think about how you make yourself feel. Because I know when other people let me down, I feel so hurt about it. When people show me that they're unreliable, I don't want them around me. I don't want them in my life because I can't count on them. So how do you feel about yourself every time you quit on yourself? You know you don't feel good. And so you know if you showed up for yourself, the more and more you would prove that yes, I can be reliable for myself. I can trust myself. I can very much trust me. I can show up for me and I know I'm going to be good. Of course, you're going to be building your confidence and your efforts over time because you continue to show up for yourself. It's just like having a healthier relationship now. One of the qualities that I love about my man is that he's so consistent and reliable. I can call him, I can count on him, and I know he's always going to be there for me and show up for me. So I want you to pick one thing that you can do today, whether it's showing up to the gym for a workout, or you've decided that you are going to do a workout from home today, or maybe you're going to journal, or you're going to go for a walk, or you're going to nourish your body with one healthy meal. And even this one might even benefit you the most, just going to bed earlier instead of scrolling. Just do it. Hold whatever goal you're going to set for today, that one goal or maybe two goals. I want you to stick to it. I want you to do it. I want you to keep the promises that you make to yourself. Write this down. Keep the promise. I am going to start keeping the promises that I make to myself. I am going to start committing to my commitments. You know how attractive it is for a woman who commits to her commitments, who pushes through adversity and obstacles and shows so much resilience and strength, physically, emotionally, mentally. You said you were not going to snack and you pushed through. You went and you made something healthier. You nourished your body. You went for a walk. You all of a sudden glowed up and started becoming that hot girl that you know that you are. Okay, how attractive is that when you stand on your word? Because I know when my man stands on his word, I'm like, I know that's right. Like, you are so much more attractive to me when you stand on your words. It just shows me that your words mean a lot to you. You have a lot of self-respect and self-trust, which most people don't respect or trust themselves. So no excuses. One promise kept is a win. Number 4, if you want to get ahead before the end of the year, boost your confidence and start standing on business, I need you to stop shrinking and start showing up. Let me repeat that for the people in the back. Stop shrinking and start showing up. We're afraid of being ourselves in today's society. Why do you want to fit in? Why are you afraid of being yourself? Why haven't you accepted your story? You know what? A lot of y'all are watching because I'm vulnerable. I'm also very straightforward. And I'm also a reflection of what I put out, what I talk about, what I give advice on. I'm a reflection of that in person and online. Absolutely, my personality and my character is very consistent. Why are you afraid of being yourself? Why are you afraid of embracing your story? Of course, some people are going to judge you. You got to expect that. But why do you care about the small minds that are going to be judging you because you want to do something good for your life? Because you want to do something bigger than where you are right now. You want to make other people feel comfortable or seen, compromise on your light and the truth. How about standing up in your boldness the way God would want you to be a reflection of Him and not a reflection of the world? Following trends, keeping up with social media, trying to portray a lifestyle that you know is fake. Confidence does not mean being the loudest. Confidence means you do not shrink to make other people feel comfortable. So if somebody is coming at you because you're overdressed or you look too good or you're this or you're that, let them. I'm sure you've heard the let them theory. Yes, let people, just let them. It's time to start living. What are you apologizing for? It's time to start living as your higher self. It's time to start showing your light and being the light in people's lives. Do you know how dark the world is? Yet you want to shrink. I see how dark the world is and I'm like, God, use me. I want to pour into people. I want to let your light shine through me so I can pour into people that need it. You could be another person. We're supposed to be here to raise each other up. You could be another person that gets to pour into the world so the world can become lighter, kinder, more graceful, more loving, more caring, more generous, right? And you're here shrinking yourself, doubting yourself, questioning your worth when you forgot the Creator, that He gave you a purpose. And that purpose does not have shrinking attached to it. That purpose has showing up attached to it. Now I want you to ask yourself, I asked the girls on the call last week, I said, first question that I had asked them when our Zoom call meeting started, I said, before this program, because I told them and you guys to write down who your ideal dream woman is. Define your queen. How does she show up? And based on the list that you created, were you showing up as her? And so many of them said no. Mostly all of them said no. I haven't and I wasn't showing up as who I thought I was showing up as. And sometimes you need that moment to sit down and write down and reflect, okay, who am I wanting to work towards? Like, what are qualities? Who do I want to become? And then really reflect on, have I really been showing up as that person? You want to be bold and bright and happier. Have you been showing up or doing the work or putting yourself in environments and removing things that drain you to start showing up as your higher self? You have people that are still draining you, keeping you short and shrunken, and somehow you want to blossom. So I want you to start walking into every room, whether it's your workplace, your home, restaurants, anywhere you go. I want you to put your shoulders back. I want you to walk with your head up, especially in this society where we can just pull out our phones and we just, shy away and just avoid conversation. No, I told my girls, I want you to go outside for your walks and I want you to start smiling at people, because why is everyone so socially awkward? Okay, start saying good morning, good day, how are you? Have a great day. Complimenting someone, leaving your presence and not being afraid to shine. Saying good morning, smiling, going out of your way to open the door for someone. Being a softer and kinder you. Letting your light shine. Speaking clearly, boldly. Don't be afraid to post. If there's a valuable message, post it. I remember starting my channel and I was like, even if I get 1 subscriber, I'm okay. I knew, and I still have my first video up, I knew that I wanted to share my story, and look where it led me. And I wasn't focused, never was ever focused on views or subscribers, but I knew that I wanted at least one person to be changed from that first video. And my intention is still the same. I want people to be changed, to be moved, putting out value in every room that you walk into. So whether it's in your career, your job, at home, your families, speak and speak clearly and proudly of yourself and of what you'd like to share. Dress like you respect yourself. And you know what? I can admit that there has been times, there have moments and seasons that may have been long overdue where I didn't dress the part of my higher self. And this is something that I've been way more intentional about working on since I started my YouTube channel. And I feel like you can see the difference from my first videos to now, because I've gotten rid of most of those clothes. Still working on the wardrobe, but I just honestly start to respect yourself and dress the way your higher self would want you to dress. This is not arrogance. This is self-worth in motion, baby. Number 5, if you really want to get ahead and boost your confidence and stand on business in 2025, listen real good when I say this. Cut the validation addiction. There are 2 types of emotional strengths. When you're looking for emotional validation, or you have emotional dependency. When you are reliant on those things to move and get in motion, that is when it becomes a problem. It's okay for someone to validate you, to acknowledge your feelings, to acknowledge where you're at. But to seek validation and constantly rely on it to move forward or to hold yourself accountable is damaging to your growth. It's very toxic. And how many of you guys don't feel beautiful until your partner tells you that you're beautiful? How many of you guys need somebody to remind you of your worth? How many of you guys need somebody to reassure you that you're on the right path? I have a few clients that when they first started out, they were very needy. They were like, can you text me all the time? Can you do this? Can you show up? Can you do that? Can you? It's like, you can do it on your own. I mentioned this before. As an adult, you are no longer in daycare, babe. You are no longer in daycare or under your parents' roof. I mean, I get it if we're adults and we're still living with our parents. I get that part. But we are no longer 10 years old needing reassurance from our parents, not relying on it every single day or in every single move or for every single goal. I need my women to be self-driven motivators. Nobody needs to tell you to eat well. Nobody needs to tell you to go to the gym and take care of your body. No one needs to tell you or believe in you for you to go after your goals. Baby, if you want to go back to school for this degree, go. You don't need approval, baby. Go and do what you want for your life. And just cut the external validation and emotional dependency addiction. Every time you need someone to hype you up for you to feel good, you give your power away. So I want you to look in the mirror tonight, and I want you to ask yourself and really look at your reflection, like literally look at yourself for a second and just envision your higher self. Like I mentioned, the question I just brought up before, have you been showing up as your higher self now that you should have more clarity about who that person is? And now I want you to look in the mirror and ask yourself. And now still, while you're looking in the mirror, I want you to ask yourself, if no one clapped for me today, would I still be proud of myself? Would I still be proud? And a lot of you guys aren't even going after anything because you're waiting on people to motivate you, to cheer you on, to root for you, to be on board with you. With women one-on-one, and they make me so emotional because I see them, I work with them. I get to see their ups, their downs, but I get to fuel their resilience and add to their confidence, and I get to see them unlock the higher version of themselves. But then doing this in a group setting, a lot of the women share, like all of the women share their vulnerability and their truth. We had one of our girls that she had been so fearful. She had been so fearful about going to the gym. And when she did her check-in, she was like, Shan, I need motivation. I need encouragement. And I said, girl, it's you honestly against you. I'm gonna be straight up. It's you against you. At the end of the day, when our 6-week program is done, or if I stopped making videos and you don't take the leap, you will always be battling in your head with wanting to do it, but you never did it. And it's you against you, you having to push yourself against that hurdle. And she did it. She went to the gym, she felt so good. And you know what? She found out a time that would work for her, where it was less busy, it would work for her. She was really comfortable in that environment, making it a safe space for herself, as she was so afraid before. And she took the leap and she's like, wow, I can't believe I'm doing it. And now she's made a goal, she's made a plan to go this many times per week. And I get to see her live this out before the challenge is over. And this will be a part of her new routine because we finally got over that hurdle. You've had so many videos. You've had me as a coach. You've had me as somebody who is pouring into you. You don't need any more videos. Baby, I'm gonna post a video next week and you're still gonna be sitting there like, oh, I wish I'm running in circles. I'm still banging my head. Come on, just go and take a chance. Post the video. Try a new restaurant by yourself. Go on a solo date. Go to the movies by yourself. Go for a walk by yourself. Join the gym. Just do it. Stop waiting on other people to motivate you and validate you and make you feel like, oh my goodness, you can't move unless I'm there. The more reliant you are, the more you take your power away. The more reliant you are, the more you take away from your higher self that is wanting you to push so that you can discover and unlock what God truly wanted you here for. And I truly believe that when you do believe in God, by taking care of yourself, you show him respect. You show him more gratitude and respect for your body, of how you take care of it, of how you nurture it, how you heal it, how you heal the wounds and anything that has been built up in your body, and any traumas or limiting beliefs that have been built up in your body over time. I truly believe when you say you love God, you are willing to also show him that you love your body too, the one body that he has given you, the one mind that he has given you, the purpose that he has given you. And he so desperately wants to see you unlock and keep pushing forward without reassurance from anyone else but him. So I'm going to ask you again, if no one clapped for you today, would you still be proud? If not, you're building confidence on sand. Which leads to number 6. If you want to get ahead before the end of the year and start showing up, standing on business, baby, with all that confidence that I know is inside of you, I'm going to need you, just like mentioned in many videos, at least recent videos. I'm going to need you to move your body, even if it's just a walk. Move your body, okay? Please, if you want to feel more confident comes from energy. A lot of you guys are like, oh, I'm so tired, I'm so sluggish, I'm this. That's not attractive to a man. Baby, we want all the endurance and stamina. I talk about this all the time, baby. You need to get used to moving around that track or walking up some stairs or applying pressure on your backside, because I know when you're in the bedroom, you want that pressure on your backside, babe. I need muscle throughout your body. I need your heart to become stronger, your lungs to become stronger. A lot of you guys don't even realize that the alcohol, the drugs, the cannabis, the fast food, all of this crap is just deteriorating your insides, and you're aging poorly, aging terribly. Your skin, your face, your insides, your energy. And you do this damage to yourself, this damage to your insides every single day. Now we got to start standing on business. Now we got to start standing on business and doing better for our body. And it could be just as simple as going for a walk. Understand that physical emotion is going to shift your mental emotions. Laying around waiting to feel confident only deepens the rut, only deepens your lowered self-esteem and confidence, only lowers your energy and how you feel about the way your body looks and feels. So here's what I want you to do. Minimum 20 minutes of movement, whether it's stretching, yoga, meditation, going for a walk, doing a HIIT workout. Baby, even if you gotta do those jump squats. I know you guys loved it last time while I was showing you guys how to get down low and pulse. Yes, come on. We need movement. Whether it's a walk, a short stretch, or a sweaty workout, baby. And I'm not talking about the bedroom. I need you guys to use some weights and resistance bands, you know? Strengthen your glutes so your core and your lower back can be strong. All of y'all have this excuse about, oh, I'm this age, or I had children, or wait till you have this amount of, wait till you have children, wait till you're married, wait till this, wait. It's honestly what you do now. Don't give me any advice if you weren't taking care of yourself, period. Because how are you going to tell me to wait when, if you look in the past, you have not been prioritizing water, proper nutrition, stretching, weight training as muscle density decreases as we age, hydration, going for just quick walks, and you're going to tell me wait till we have more resources than ever in this world. We have no reason to not be doing better every single day. It could be free or it could be paid for. You know, we really have no excuse why you cannot be outside moving your body, especially now that it's summertime as well. So move your body like someone who is wanting to become their highest version and see them today. You can see your higher self overnight, babe, just by doing the work. And lastly here, number 7, ladies, you do not need more. You need less. I don't know if I mentioned this in a video, but I think it was our first group call. I had a client that had asked, "Oh, so I wake up, I do my devotions, I do this and I do that, but what else can I do to, what else can I add to my self-love routine?" And I was like, to share this with the group, I said, you know what? Oftentimes people are further from their higher self because they're looking for more when you haven't even gotten consistent with one thing, right? So you're journaling, but there's other areas in your life that you could focus on, right? It's not all about level up. It's not all about, oh, go to the gym and drink your water. I'm sure you have goals for your business, for entrepreneurship, for content creation. So there are many different avenues and areas in your life that you should just get consistent with before adding more to your plate. So you're good at journaling. Okay, let's move on to your business, right? Get good at showing up. Maybe you're struggling with going to the gym. Get good at going to the gym. And then from each area, you start getting good at each thing and very consistent with each thing, then you can add more. Less is more. You don't need more workout clothing or more running shoes. Just go with what you have. So many of you guys are like, oh, I'm buying this, I'm buying this. You still feel like crap. You still don't like the way you look. You bought every outfit, every lip gloss, every unit, every damn thing, and you still don't feel good about yourself, and you still don't feel good about your reality. So you don't need more. You need to be grateful and use what you currently have. That should be making you money, or happier at least already. It should be making you more fit. You don't need more outfits if you aren't consistent with the gym. Period. You don't need more workouts, more workout programs if you haven't already mastered the first one and you haven't already maxed out the weights. Why do you need more when you haven't even shown appreciation for the bare minimum that you already have? It's really time to stop over consuming, overthinking, and over planning. Confidence is going to come from subtraction, not fluff, not baggage, not anything or anyone that drains you, but subtracting what doesn't work. That includes overspending. So how about a few times a week, you turn off your phone, you shut down the noise, and you just sit in your own solitude, your peace and quiet and stillness, and spend 1 hour by yourself with your higher self, and just reflect on your week, on your day, on your actions that will hopefully help you to move forward in alignment and clarity. You will be so surprised how powerful you are when no one is watching. I came across this quote. I'm going to try and find it. And I believe Layla Homosi posted it, and it was said roughly, what you do in private is how you are going to show up with that radiant glow and confidence in person. Doing the work, not needing to be validated or prove yourself, but doing the actual work and showing up in private so that you are winning in public. A lot of you guys have it the other way around, and you're suffering in private and barely able to show up in public. You're not going to become confident overnight by hoping. You're not going to become confident overnight by wishful thinking. You're not going to get closer to your goal by giving up on yourself just because you stumbled, just because you had an off morning. You got to keep going. I had a client that asked me, what is a struggle day for you? And as an entrepreneur that I have to run my business to eat, I cannot afford a struggle day. So even if I'm not feeling my best, I can have a moment, maybe an hour, to put myself back together. Whether it's having a nap or going to the spa or just sitting in meditation or calling my mentors or calling my mom, I cannot afford to not show up. I cannot afford to not go to the gym. I cannot afford to not eat well. I am a reflection of my business. When you have a 9 to 5, you show up and you will get a paycheck unless you don't show up to work. You can call in for sick days and most companies will pay you for it. Entrepreneurship is quite different. You work all the time. You put in way more hours of the day and you have to show up. Bigger CEOs and corporations that run companies and have to pay multiple employees, They don't have a choice if they don't feel like it or not. They don't have a choice of not showing up, despite how they feel. Everyone has to eat. Everyone wants a certain kind of life. So it's going to require you to put your emotions aside sometimes. I'm never going to be the female to be like, I'm just a girl. No, baby. I am not just a girl. I am someone's mentor. I am going to be someone's mother and someone's wife one day, but I am an extension of God. I am here to serve a purpose. And every time God wakes me up and fills my lungs, I'm so grateful for the day. So God can fill me up so I can pour into other people and get on with my life. Like I want to see what I can do in people's life. I want to see me watering plants. I want to see me watering the seeds that God has put into other people's life. I can't afford to sit still. I had done that in my earlier 20s when I was distracted with a few things, and including alcohol and cannabis, but distracted with texting boys or arguing with people online and on my phone and just yada, yada, drama and chaos. And looking back now, I look back at the years that I wasted in conversations and arguments in places I should have never been, people I should have never been hanging out with or even given my body to, like friendships I should have never had or entertained. I look back now and I'm like, I want to make sure every single day is intentional for me as best as possible. And that is why it's so important to know who it is you're working towards and check in with yourself daily, weekly, monthly, half of the year, yearly. You have to remind yourself of what it is that you are working towards and who you are becoming, or you are going to accept the breadcrumbs and emotional chaos that comes with someone who is not doing the work and is constantly probably around the wrong people, wrong energies, distracted, so defeated and drained from your phone devices and social media. And sometimes you need that realization to be like, I need to wake up and change my life. And that is what happened to me at the age of 29. Even as a business owner, when I first started 6 years ago, I didn't have this much clarity and discipline. And now I'm able to show up as a better coach for my clients. And I will only get better because I'm building on my discipline, my confidence, my consistency, everything, my qualities every single day. So I can't afford to not get up and push myself, even when I'm tired or emotional. I am 5 days out from my period, baby. Do you think I want to make this video? Of course I do, but my energy is a lot more calmer and slower than it usually is. You get space, but I don't have an option. But you know what? When I said that I was going to be consistent on my channel, whether I'm posting 1 video, 2 videos, or 3, I know that I need to deliver content. I know that every time I put out a video, it's a greater purpose than how I currently feel, right? My body, like our body as women, of course, we're going to fluctuate, but you can do things throughout the day that still fill you up and add to your confidence, add to your energy, add to your health. You need to really get clear of what is taken away from those things. What is taken away from those good things that you want in your life, especially health and abundance? What is taken away from it? And maybe do that less. All right. Confidence is not built by sitting in your sadness or your wishful thinking. Confidence is going to be built when you take a leap of faith and you stand up and you take the chance and you go for it. Because trust me, confidence is already built within you. You're only going to get confident when you stop caring, because everyone is going to have an opinion. So just start showing up as your higher self. Your higher self walks into every room and her aura is so big. She doesn't care what other people think about her, because she knows that she's going to be planting a lasting impression, a magnetic energy into the people that deserve it or need it. The ones that actually and truly align. If there are people around you that cannot see your value, that does not add to your confidence, don't worry about them. Don't sweat the small stuff. Focus on watering your plant. Focus on blossoming. Focus on you. And I promise you will take on the rest of the 2025 by storm with what God can do overnight. Trust me when I say that. God can work wonders overnight. I told my girls in my group chat, Every week they get better and better in their transformation photos. I can't wait till they're done. They're gonna be like a whole new person. I'm so excited. I said, who told you that, one, you had to eat like a hamster, and two, who told you that your transformation had to take 3 months or 1 year? Those trainers just want to take your money. I gave you the best price, but the most value to see it in 6 weeks. And I saw it in 1 week. They saw it in 1 week. So it's just honestly who you're around as well that's going to add to your belief. But don't rely on them. Rely on God and ask Him to pour into your confidence, to pour into your self-belief and show you your path. You become confident by acting in alignment. Run with this message today. I can't wait to see what you get up to. I can't wait to hear about your stories of transformation and honestly what we've already done in the last 6 months. Thank you for rocking with me in 2025 so far as we crush the rest of the year. I'm rooting for you. I love you. And I appreciate that you click on every single video. I'll see you guys in the next one.